I wanted to get your take on it's the 5th anniversary of the murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police. And now there's some interesting statistics coming out. After everything's played out, you would really think that, all the reorganizations of police departments, the new rules about community policing and so on would have at least put a dent, not to mention police cameras, the ubiquity of phones, they're videoing everything, would have put a dent in police killings. And by police killings, I kind of don't like that phrase because it's ambiguous about whether it's the police doing the killing or being killed. Here we're talking about the police doing the killing.
Indeed.
And so they're up. They're not skyrocketing, but it's a steady increase year after year. More cops, are killing more civilians in encounters. And one of the working theories, which I don't know if you want to laugh about it as much as I did, is that it's because of the increased attention to the police that they distrust the police more. And because they distrust the police more, they're less cooperative. And if they're less cooperative, they're more likely to be shot.
I'll tell you why I disagree with that so strongly. I am addicted to watching at least an hour's worth, usually 2 hours worth, every single night of TikTok videos of what are called First Amendment auditors. Okay? A First Amendment auditor is somebody who stands on a public sidewalk or in, a public easement and just takes video. It could be video of a church, video of a police station, just to provoke a response. Now, there shouldn't be a response because this is constitutionally protected activity. If you are in public, you can film anything that your eyes can see. So what these guys do is they'll go, for example, to a police parking lot and just photograph all the license plates of the cop cars. The cops lose their shit every time.
Wow.
And they go all around the country doing this. So I think that the reason why killings are up are because the cops are no smarter now. They're no better trained now. They're no more knowledgeable now than they were when they murdered George Floyd. Where's the training? Where's the education? Cops don't even know the most basic laws, the most basic rules. They'll get out of their police car. It's illegal to photograph a person without their consent. On what planet?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. You can photograph anything your eyes can see.
Cops make things up.
This
is very, very minor. I'm driving back from the beach in the Hamptons once back to my house. I used to live out there. And I was barefoot. There's a checkpoint, as there often is in the Hamptons, just randomly. I don't know what. I think they're mainly looking for expired registration tags.
Sure.
And anyway, he looks through the window and he sees my bare foot and he goes, "Put your shoes on. You can't drive barefoot." I'm like, "Excuse me, officer. There is no law or ordinance that says that whatsoever." In fact, studies have shown it's actually safer to drive barefoot because you can feel the vibration of the car more.
Exactly right.
And so, thinner soles better than thicker soles. When you wear boots, it's harder to drive, right?
Sure.
And he's like, looks at me, and he goes, "Well, I'll write you a ticket." I go, "Well, you're going to have a hard time writing that ticket because you're going to have to fill in an ordinance that I violated." What ordinance is that? He goes, "You're a smart ass. Get the fuck out of here." And I was like,
"Yeah, I thought so. Tough guy."
Yeah, dick. So, so the thing is, and I think part of it, so for me, I think there's, bad policing is a perfect storm, right? First of all, it's recruiting a lot of former vets, way too many former military people, not enough civilians, not enough thoughtful people. Also, you must know, I bet you know this story. Years ago, a person applied to some police department in Connecticut and was rejected on the grounds that he took an IQ test and he tested really high.
I remember that.
And
that was in the news.
It went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, and the U.S. Supreme Court affirmed the police's right to discriminate against intelligent people.
Yes.
I mean, that tells you a lot about, what they're looking for.
You can say that again.
Police. And so they have this, they don't have a guardian mentality. They have a soldier mentality. I mean, what drives me crazy is when I hear, the number one job of a police officer is to come home safe and sound to their family. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Make sure we come home safe and sound to our families. I mean, the job is you may die. That's the job, like being a firefighter. Right. And if you don't like that job, don't take that job. It's a fucked up mentality. The militarization, the military hardware, even the way they dress. They're wearing Kevlar.
Kevlar.
Who's shooting you?
Yeah.
And also, it's probably going to make you, even if you're a nice person. I don't know about you, John. If I'm carrying 40 pounds of body armor all day in the heat, I'm going to get crabby. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get grouchy. I'm not going to be in a great mood when someone sasses me when I write them a ticket. So I think this all plays into it. And but there's been no retraining. It's just not a priority.
No.
I mean, Black Lives Matter was an incredibly effective movement because it was day after day after day after day all over the country because of the pandemic, and people didn't have jobs they had to be at. Mm-hmm. And so, but even that movement, once it stopped, it all went away. There have been no reforms.
No, none. There have been literally no reforms, or there have been a handful of reforms that the Trump administration has announced in the past week they are repealing.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, it's sick. I mean, what's it going to take? I mean, I guess more dead black guys, right?
Yeah, right. That's what it's going to come to. Yes.